Ready to go?
Yep. I gotta get my wiggles out. And my yawns.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Presented by Cedar Sinai. Shifty work into the box. And across, it's in! Oh, it's LaRue! It's a dream return!
Hi everyone, welcome to Casual FC, an Angel City match preview and footy therapy pod featuring 2 podcast certified footy therapists. I'm your host, Angel Morales, with my soon-to-be birthday boy co-host, Mario Salazar. We got a few weeks, but we're hyping it up.
Yep. I am a Memorial Day weekend baby, so birthday's always been a I don't know who's around. So, it's fun. I figured out my thing a decade ago, and that's what I do. I do my beer crawl.
Yeah.
I do that. So, and
because this
fun.
one is the big 4-0, correct?
4-0. 4-0. Yes.
4-0.
Don't let this fool you though, because all of this has
That's
been
your kid.
basic. No, this is high school.
Really?
It's in my family. We kind of salt and pepper really early.
Yeah, but it's a look.
Which my cousin hates, right? Because being a girl, salt and pepper, not the best thing
That's
when
fair.
you're in high school. Getting all these ganas and everything. But I've been kind of salt and peppering basically since high school, and it's always been like this. And yeah, never really felt the need to do anything about it. Just it is what it is.
I'm starting to get little silveries right here at my temples and a little bit along my part, and I'm like, hell yeah. I also have a very different relationship with aging than I think a lot of other women do, because I'm like, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, my grandpa had basically the same amount of hair that I do right now, but it was just all just white. It's just pure white.
I
So
love old men that have
all right, I'm gonna
bright white hair. I think it's the most the coolest thing.
So hopefully that's where I'm heading towards. I'm just heading towards all white, and that's gonna be cool.
Santa.
Yeah. But still hoping for my grandpa's side of everything, where he still had all his hair. There was no male pattern baldness going on. So, it's pretty thick and resilient anyways. So. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're here to preview, do a little baby recap of a couple different things, preview another thing. So what are we previewing tonight, Mario?
We are previewing our match against the Utah Royals. It's going to be on Friday, May 9th. It's going to be a home match. So we're finally back at home at BMO Stadium on a Friday, 7:30 p.m. kickoff. It's going to be on both NWSL Plus and Paramount Plus, which is really interesting because usually it's on one of either the network streaming or network packages, and then NWSL Plus as it's not being broadcast on any one of those.
Yeah.
But the schedule says both. So there you go. So if you don't have a subscription to Paramount Plus, you will have it on NWSL Plus for free. And then you can always listen to iHeartRadio with Isaac and Tracy, and also KFWB 980 La Mera Mera, which will be in Spanish for the Spanish broadcast. And May 9th is going to be the superhero theme night, which is mainly a Mother's Day thing. But what they're doing is it's called the Superhero Night because I believe they're doing a cape giveaway of superhero capes for adults and kids for the first 10,000 fans, which always irks me. I know we've talked about this, about giveaways where it's first 10,000, you have a 20,000 seat stadium. Come on now. But
I know. But those things are expensive.
Yes.
10,000, even if you're getting at wholesale discount, 10,000 is still a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be the Mother's Day Superhero Night presented by, I don't know if you pronounce it NYX or NYX. NYX Cosmetics. But the superhero cape giveaway thing, it's kind of honoring mothers, and it's also honoring first responders, and there was a third word in there that I don't remember at the moment. But yeah, they were just honoring all superheroes in our community and things like that. So sounds like a fun night. Our tickets got handed off in the raffle for the...
It was the show of our own, one of the raffles. I saw it leave your brain as you were talking. It just was like...
Ooh, so blanked out on that. Sorry. Yes, show of our own, the collectible memorabilia show. That turned out to be a really great night, a really great event, even though it did kind of semi-drizzle rain on them for the beginning a little bit. But I heard it was a great turnout. There was a great panel at Watch Me Sports Bar, and we donated 2 tickets to the event. And so those got raffled off, and hopefully whoever got them is going to enjoy them. So
that's super cool.
Yeah. So before we get into everything, let's recap Angie's birthday, because, you know, we're both May babies here.
Yeah, like I kick off the month, you close it out, and then like my not podcast best friend is the last day of May. So like it's just a party. My mom's birthday is next week. Going to Disneyland for that. Like it's just my birthday, Mother's Day, my mom's birthday.
Maddie's birthday is 3 days after me.
Yeah, your birthday, Maddie's birthday. My best friend's birthday is the 31st. 2 of his daughters like are this month. One of them has the same birthday as my mom. Every day is a thing in May. Like Eva and I just updated our little whiteboard calendar. There's too much.
Yeah, we did too. There's too much.
There's too much. But no, thank you for everybody who wished me happy birthday. We found out Janthony and I have the same birthday. I'm sorry. I know that's not your name, but it's Janthony. And too bad. So yeah, Eva and I went to see Beyonce. My mom, I know I mentioned it, but my mom got me tickets for my birthday. I kind of ruined the surprise before, during, and after the women's national team game at SoFi. Because I was like, well, I'm here. Let me look at resale tickets. Because I'm like, I told her when tickets went on sale for Beyonce, I was like, no, they're going to be a mortgage payment. We're not doing that. That's a waste of money at that point. Don't do that. That'll stress me out. She was like, fine, whatever. And so I'm looking at resale tickets and I was like, they're
not bad
in the price range that I would spend to see Beyonce, and in not the floor, not the lower bowl of SoFi, but like the next 200 level. I'm down for that.
Mezzanine level.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah. Just fine. I found some tickets that were like, I don't know, I think it was like $150 each all in, and I was like, I will see Beyonce for $300, like 100%. Yeah. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to be responsible. And I told her about it. I was like, I'm not getting these. I'm being responsible. Don't get them for me, blah, blah, blah. That was before the soccer game. After the game, we go get ice cream. And she was like, okay, so I have to tell you guys something. To Eva and I were like, what? And she was like, you almost ruined your birthday surprise. So now I have to tell you what it is. And I was like, what? And she's like, you're going to see Beyonce on your birthday. And we're in the car. I spilled ice cream on myself. Eva's like, what? Like, we're just like, I saw Beyonce in Destiny's Child in the year 2000, opening for Christina Aguilera at the Universal.
That's a bill. That's a bill. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the last time I was in the same area as Beyonce that I know of. Let me tell you, like, I have been to so many concerts. I'm very lucky and very grateful that I live very close to a billion venues at this point. I love live music. Eva's a freaking musician. Like I love live music.
And I can attest to that. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Mario and I have gone to concerts together. I will never see anything better than that unless it's Beyonce again. Swear on my life. It is the
I've heard some amazing things. Yes.
I've ever seen. I'm still trying to digest it and understand that I was there. Like I'm looking up and I bought like a fan that says Cowboy Carter and it's just like behind my record player. Like it's just I saw Beyonce. It genuinely though is the best. It was the best night. We had so much fun. That morning my mom texted me because like we live in a duplex and Eva and I are in the back, and she was like, hey, you got a package? I'm like, okay, cool. So I run up there and she was like, I don't know who this is from. And I was like, what? And she was like, did you order something from Amazon? And I said no. And she's like, do you have a subscription or something? What is this? And I was like, why? And she goes, because it's your birthday. Hold on. She takes it full and opens it and is, yeah, this is a birthday present. Like, you're opening this later. And I was like, like, no. So I had to wait. And then I open it and it's 2 like Lego Creator 3-in-1 kits. And I'm so pumped. And I'm like, who are these from? There's no like tag in it. No, nothing. So I'm like asking my mom. She's like, no, I didn't get you those. And my aunts are like,
I got you Beyonce tickets. I didn't get you those.
She's shut up. Oh, I'm asking all these people, nothing. And then I get a text from Mr. Mario over here that's, hey, did you by any chance get something delivered to your house? And I was like, are these Legos from you? Just like freaking out. But it was a great day. Even I went to a record store that's nearby. And then we went to a restaurant. This is like the dumbest thing I'm ever going to admit about myself. So being gluten-free, there are certain foods I miss. And a lot of them are crispy, like deep fried crispy.
Yeah.
Because fryers aren't safe usually. And I found a place up in WeHo that has gluten-free chili cheese fries and corn dogs. That you would think corn dogs are gluten-free, but they are not 99% of the time.
Oh, because they're corn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But there's usually flour in the batter, and the fryer is usually cross-contaminated. So I went and had a corn dog and chili cheese fries on my birthday. I was so freaking happy. We were also going to go to a gluten-free bakery, but we sat in so much traffic. We were like, we just have to go home and get ready for Beyonce. This is what Beyonce's more important than any of this shit. So we go see Beyonce, best night of our lives. We get home. I had taken Thursday and Friday off work because I'm like, I don't know. I know this is a very privileged take and I understand that, but I get mad if I work on my birthday. It's so stupid. But I'm like, I don't want to be here. I want to be doing something fun. So I have either been out of the country, out of the state, off work. Like I refuse to be there. I don't care what day of the week it is. I'm just like, I'm staying my ass at home. Like, no. People give me shit for it all the time. And I'm like, I don't care. I survived another year. I'm going to stay at home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to work.
I do the same thing. Like I don't.
Plus you get a bonus built-in holiday.
Exactly. Well, hence the beer crawl.
Yeah.
Hence the recovery day.
No, but it was fantastic. And then over the weekend, we had friends over. It was raining 6 hours in the morning. I was like, cut this shit out. Sky. Yeah. Like I have shit to do. I have people to hang out with. It was cold. Like no joke. We're all sitting outside. We've got canopies to keep ourselves dry, not safe from the sun. Like all kinds of food, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, do you guys want blankets? We're like pulling blankets out of every storage bin. Everybody's freezing. We're all just cracking up. It was wonderful though. Everybody just kind of came and went as they could. And it was a good time. I am a big proponent of doing big hangouts on the cheap. So I've done like park hangouts on my birthday the last few years because I'm just like, I don't need to go to a restaurant. Bring a lunch, make a picnic. Let's just go hang out. Exactly. Same thing. I don't like to spend a lot of money. I don't like to ask other people to spend a lot of money, especially with everything right now. I'm like, save that shit. Just come hang out. So now, yeah, there's a thought that because of everything getting done at my house right now, we may or may not have a casual FC watch party later this season. I don't know yet.
Well,
I don't know officially. I have to ask
out in the universe.
I don't even want to call my mom my landlord because that's just icky. But I have to ask the Zet B to make sure that she's comfortable with that. But who knows? Maybe so. But no, genuinely. And then, I mean, spoiler alert, you already know Angel City won. So I'm also counting that as a birthday present. So it was a good time.
Good time.
In my kitchen watching the game because I pulled the TV out so I could see it while I was prepping food for Saturday.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, I mean, that goes perfectly into what our KS award is for the week. Our KS award is just the fact that Angel City won. That game
was freaking insane.
All kinds of nerve-wracking, all kinds of exciting. That was a game. That was a game for...
We will talk about it in a second because I got stuff to say.
Got a game for the neutrals, a game for the Angel City fans. It was fun. So that's our Chaos Award. We'll get to it real quick. The other thing is just normal roundabout scores that we usually do. Louisville beat Houston. Seattle beat KC. Portland beat Orlando.
Insane
so now
game.
Everybody has 2 losses, I think, or at least 2 losses, something like that. North Carolina beat Utah. Gotham and Chicago drew 0-0.
That was a weird game. Also, it's the only other game I got to watch this weekend because we were just rotting on the couch on Sunday. We were so tired. But that was wild. I kept thinking everybody was going to score. Nobody did. Which, good. You know what? Alyssa Nair deserved a clean sheet, frankly.
And then I completely forgot that the other San Andreas Cup game happened this weekend. So San Diego won 2-1 over Bay FC. And with that, yeah, let's talk about our game. All right, let's talk about this win. This 3 points. So we played the Washington Spirit in Washington. I think the team just stayed in the East Coast because they played Orlando. They just stayed on the East Coast. Doesn't make any sense. So they were there. They were at least acclimated to the time change, all of that good stuff. They went up north to play the game, and we won with a fun, nerve-wracking result of a 4-3 scoreline. Yeah, we had a brace from Morgan on Washington at the 30 minute and the 89th minute, and then Gift Monday or Monday Gift, which way is it?
Gift Monday. I told you.
Gift Monday.
I told y'all Gift Monday is good unless she scores against you, and look what happened.
Yeah,
I was just yelling.
She scored at the 40th minute, but we got a brace from Tiernan.
I said it last week. The other team can, like, you can score and win, but if you prohibit the other team from scoring, like this was going to happen. Okay. So I missed the first half of the game. I'm gonna be real honest. I haven't had a chance to go back and watch it because Friday was shenanigans. I was running a million errands. I got home for the second half while my phone is blowing up the entire time. The Discord is going crazy.
Wait, so you missed? Oh.
I had to watch I watched the replay. And to answer Vero's question, I cried on the replay. So this game, and I'll talk about it in a minute, but this game is so important. So Riley Tiernan came in the 8th minute and just knocked one in because of course she is. And then we had the first sister connection in the NWSL history, which I want to talk about the lead up to this goal. So when Angelina, Savvy, Alana Kennedy, long ball to Alyssa, Giselle with a little shin kick, like a little side.
Little hop. It was like a hop and a hop and a bump. It was a little
hop and a dink. Because that's not a way you can normally move your leg, or like you should. It's not a common move, but I don't care. No. Honestly, like you saw Alyssa go from being like, hell yeah, my team just scored to, oh my God, my little sister just scored. Like you saw that like transition in her face of, oh my God. And like, just, like they ripped the Band-Aid off of it. And they both talked about how they both thought it was gonna be the opposite way, where Giselle gets the ball to Alyssa. Yeah. And I think this was better because of it.
That's how exactly I was, I was watching the game. Jen didn't watch it or anything, but I was explaining to her like the sister connection that happened and how everybody was really more expecting it to go the other way, just purely for their positions, right? Giselle being in the back and Thompson being in the front, Giselle being a defender and Alyssa being in the front. But the fact that it flipped, the fact that it was so clean, and we say it was a little dink and a little boop, but it was just if you're watching, I might have the clip with no audio on it. Don't tell the NWSL that it's on there because it's just that good.
Yeah, so that was in the 22nd minute. So if you paid attention to when Mario said Washington scored. So we're up 2-0 at the 22nd minute. Then Esme Morgan, one of their center backs, comes in and scores 8 minutes later at the 30th minute. And then 10 minutes after that, Gift Monday scores. So we go into halftime tied up at 2-2. This is a brand new ball game.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's a nothing burger.
Yeah.
Because if you go in tied at halftime, ain't shit to work with. It's a brand new game. You just start over, essentially. So we come out. Nothing happens. Subs are made. Shocking. Katie Zellum, in the 72nd minute, has the most steady, sure-footed, like, veteran goal of just getting herself in the right place, seeing the ricochet, and then bam. And then, of course, in the Discord, legs up. Like, legs up, no joke. Eva and I had gotten home like 15 minutes before. I'm screaming. She's outside doing laundry. Like, runs back in the house. Well, I was like, legs up. And so, like, next thing you know, the Discord starts blowing up and everybody's like, legs up. This is the dumbest thing in the whole wide world. I love it so much. Mario texted me, was it Monday? Like, I was thinking about doing legs up for Zellum, like merch. And then I was like, no, that got really inappropriate really fast. Like, we can't do it. But that's like anything
that came up. I think anything I came up with in my head, didn't put anything pen to paper, but like anything I came up with in my head, I was like, no, that's automatically.
Somebody's gonna make this bad.
Yeah, someone's gonna ruin the fun thing. So
yeah, it's It was so fun. Like Cassandra and her wife are on vacation. Next thing you know, you get 2 sets of legs up in the air. Katie's throwing a leg up from a freaking retreat. We got, I think, was it Joe? Somebody was at a play at Long Beach Poly and was like, I can't put my legs up, but here are my legs. Like everyone, like I'm running over, throwing my leg in the air, like kicking. Eva's like, it was just, I
was
love
going
it so much.
I was going back and forth because Ever wanted me to play hide and seek with him, but because our house is small, we can't play hide and seek because it's okay, go hide in your room or go hide in the kitchen, you know? So what we now do is we play hide and seek. Like we'll have an object and we'll play hide and seek with that. And so he really wanted me to play with him. And so I was like, okay. And so like I would come out when I'm counting and I'm like watching the game for a little bit.
You're like, 1,
and then,
2.
Exactly. And then I go back in or whatever. I see the goal and I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, typing legs up for Zelum like immediately. I'm not even typing like goal. I'm just saying legs up, legs up. And then we're looking for the thing and I hit it. And so he's like, I need hints. So I was helping him. And while I was helping him, I was like laying down on the floor.
And that's the one from like his room, right? Or the kids' room.
Yeah, it's from the kids' room.
But that's the thing. It's the most innocent, silly, like air high five. Like you're just like high fiving each other, but it's just legs. I don't know. Eva doesn't even know where it came from. She just goes legs up and then did it.
She just blurted it out and it kind of took off.
It did. But you know what? Oh, and then Jamie Calderon, who I feel like everybody knows, texted me and was like, I'm not in the Discord, but legs up. And then I was like, I'll put it in the Discord for you. So that kind of thing where now we have people just, this is about to be a group text of legs. It's just called legs up. Like Katie Zellum, I'm sorry, but I'm also not. This is the silliest thing, and I hope you find out about it, and I hope you laugh really hard because it's really dumb. If we go viral for legs up for Zellum, I'm so down. Maybe Katie Zellum should play all the time. And then we'll get more legs up. And then everybody, you'll just see legs up in the stadium. Like, it's going to happen. Shit, on Friday.
That's going to be hilarious.
She scores on Friday.
If she scores on Friday and someone posts a legs up in the stadium.
Someone? Hello? I will 100% do it. Eva will do it. Like, Vero sits right in front of me. I will make her do it. Richie sits to my right. He's going to get incorporated in this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but then Esme Morgan comes in, scores again in the 89th minute. And then in stoppage, so here's the thing. I was going to talk about this later and I can't. I like cannot talk about it later. I have to talk about it right now because I'm so excited. We talk so much in the Discord, collectively as like a fan base. Who is the person that's going to come in and get shit done? Who is the person that's going to put the game on their back and say, I don't give a shit. I'm winning this game right now. Also, Vero's mom, sorry, I'm saying shit a lot, but this week deserves it. Besties, like we have our answer. It is Riley Tiernan, because here's the thing that happened. Kristen Press is in the game for longer than 4 seconds. It's a miracle. That's already like a big deal because she can be that person. Yeah. But on that corner,
we're running out of time too. We're like,
yeah, it's stop 8 minutes into stoppage time, like something ridiculous. We're going deep in this game because it's ridiculous. There's VAR challenges. It was so much. The corner comes in. Kristen doesn't put her head on the ball. That is not a Kristen Press thing. She's not that person to be like, oh, bink. She like speared the ball. I can't even, I don't understand how you do a header because I don't understand soccer. Like my body does not understand how to play soccer. Mentally, I get it. Physically, that's why I didn't play.
She did a smart thing where she didn't try, in the traditional sense of a header, she didn't try to direct the ball into the goal. What she was trying to do is
she knocked it down.
This ball was short. Mm-hmm. This ball was short. It should have gone a little bit further into the actual box, but it was short. So as she like dove in, what she was doing is trying to get the top of her head so that it would kind of so that she just assisted it to keep going. Yeah. And that's exactly what we needed because it just started playing pinball in there.
Yeah, it started playing pinball, landed at Riley Tiernan's feet, who apparently likes to be where the ball falls. This is not the first time she's had a a soccer ball fall at her feet and just bink right in the goal.
Yeah.
90th minute plus 8. So essentially we're over 100 minutes into this game because there was stoppage in the first half. Riley Tiernan said, no, we're not walking away with a draw. Screw this shit. I'm winning the game. And that's what happened. And everybody screamed. And then everybody screamed some more. And then the game, what felt like 300 years later, finally effing ended. And then we won.
And then,
And then just before, as Cassandra called him in the Discord, Slay. Sam Lady got a red card for running like 20 yards out of the field.
He ran onto the freaking field and was like, F yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking right, which it was. And it was great. If you know what? If I'm going to get a red card, it's going to be for some shit like that.
If anything, I will give the props to like good red card to get.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you need a technical foul. Sometimes you need a red card. Sometimes you need something to kind of really, what's the word? Fire up your team. They were already fired up, but like the congratulatory fired up from your coach, interim or not, doesn't matter. It's just, oh, thank God we did. It's a relief. Yeah. This win is a big relief for everyone.
And with that, the brace from Tiernan, she is now officially at the end of the week. We thought that maybe that since we had one of the early games that, you know, something would happen during the week and she would get bumped down, but she is now officially second place in the Golden Boot race. She is at 5 goals. Mm-hmm. Esther from Gotham is in first place with 7. So,
and she's having an insane season. Like,
that's a Rookie of the Year season right now.
She's having a Rookie of the Year season, and like to be behind Esther is insane because Esther is having a bonkers season. Like, she's terrifying. She's already scary to begin with. Like, she's just scary good. But this season, I'm like, please no.
Yeah, and I posted up a couple other stats with Tiernan being on second. With goals and assists, we have 3 players on the list. I think we have Tiernan, Alyssa, and Fuller on the list. So we're doing good things, and we're starting. You know, as much as we keep flip flopping, right? We're going with our emotions. It happens.
I will ride this high.
We had a shitty game before. We had 2 shitty games before, but as we've said, through ups and downs, we have a good team.
Yep.
We do. And these are the times where we're like, look, things are working. The sauce is working. Let them cook. Let them keep going. And you can see where all this magic can start kind of coming up from. So with that, our little Footy Therapy post-match session real quick. The prompt was just 3 points. That's all it was. It's just 3 points. Really quickly, a couple of highlights on some of the things that we got. Max on the Discord said, happy to win, not happy that I need to start taking heart meds. Because
a lot of people over the last few weeks are like, I will need medication. I don't blame them.
So over the last couple of weeks has been a more in the sense of the stress you're giving me and the way like it fell apart is giving me stress. This one was, we were so close to getting another one of those the 3rd week in a row, yet we rallied and we did not give up and we won and we got the full 3 points, which like,
yeah.
So yeah, with that, Ethan, our haiku king, came in with high peak, low valley. What an ending. Outstanding. Way to crowd the box. Because that's really the way we got that last goal.
And honestly, that's how we've gotten the majority of the game against Houston. We were crowding the box all over the place, and that's how we were scoring.
Yeah.
That's how we are getting a lot of our goals, and maybe we should do that more often. I don't know. It's just an idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like crashing the boards in basketball. You rebound, you get a second chance shot.
Yeah. All right. And Joe came in with, how do I feel about the win? Ecstatic. Just shows that we can show up and take on the big 3 that all teams are afraid of, KC, Washington, and Orlando, and win.
Yep.
Yes. like I said, we're good. We're good all around. We're just tweaking.
We're just figuring some shit out.
Figuring it out. So on IG, we got Cassandra, to quote Sam, "Fuck yeah, that's fucking right." And then he also gave me...
they posted a picture of him on the pitch, like getting the red card, and the picture is him like levitating. It's the best.
Like inches off the ground.
He's easily 6 inches off the ground. Like,
oh, that's great.
I need to make subs earlier, and I'm not gonna forgive him for that. But
no, there's still things that Sam needs to fucking improve. But I mean, moves that he made in this one, in reaction to him getting backlash of a bunch of stuff, like it's look, there's a reason why, and it's starting to work when you made those moves. Let's keep learning. Yesy, feels so good that it's finally us coming out on top at the last minute.
Yep.
Not us losing it in the last minute. Liz and Sam, oh my heart. Game of the year, ? And then Elise just sent 3 clap emojis. That's all.
It's a 3 clap.
Eric from the Dash Dispatch was just wow. I mean, last week it was like he did not expect that, right? He didn't expect the loss the way it happened, and this one was just wow. And I think that was on top of, I think that was also because the Dash ended up losing, and unfortunately
it was a big week.
And he's also a May birthday. I think his birthday's like May 3rd. Like it was his. Yeah, it was his birthday too, but he was just like, well, we fucking lost, so.
Oh dang, OSG, happy birthday. I'll have to DM him.
But yeah, and then Trent came in with yay, but damn, the chaos be chaosing with that red card at the end of the match. And Vero, and this is what we referenced with Vero's question. I would like to know how many times Mario dropped the F-bomb and Angela cried. I did drop the F-bomb a couple times, but they had to be very silent because I was in the house and the kids were playing around me and I was playing with the kids. So it was more of that type of... And last but not least, Aaron said, that's what I'm talking about. And whenever I see that phrase now, I can only hear it as Gru from the Minions, Steve Carell as Gru saying, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't seen them. The Minions.
Oh, no.
I like them in theory, but the sound, like the voice, it's the same thing that happens to me with SpongeBob. I'm just like, I love what you do and I hate the sound of it.
Yeah.
So I can't. I'm sorry, everybody. It's okay if you just disown me right now.
No, it's a good property. It's not it's not beloved, but yeah.
Like right. I no, it is not for me. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Well, right before we get into our preview for the next match, take a quick look at our standings. Now, the fact that we're 7 weeks in, we are just at the edge of the playoff spot. We're in 8th place, but we had a huge drop last week that knocked us down. We went from like 4th to 9th or something like that. So the fact that we
that's exactly what we did.
Yeah. So the fact that we are inching our way back up is perfect. That's where we want to be.
And so, we're actually in a 3-way tie, I think, for 5th place, but the goal differential has us at 8th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 6th place, something like that. It's a 3-way tie if you're just looking at the record, but it's goal differential that puts us at last. So
yeah,
when we win on Friday, and depending on how the other matches shake out, if we win by a lot, which would be dope, we could make up that goal differential and get back on the positive side and then move up in the standings.
Yep. It's just the one. It's just a -1 right now. So that's all it is. Let's keep it going. All right. With that, let's preview the Utah Royals at BMO Stadium. What are we talking about? What are we looking for?
Okay. So overall, I mentioned it earlier that we have our answer of who has that dog in them. So right now, if you were to take a chest x-ray of Riley Tiernan, you're just going to see pit bulls like whoa, 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 just barking, because there is... Eva has this. Every person I know from New Jersey has this in some way. It is this level of grit that I don't understand. And like, if you've met Eva, she's so nice, so chill. But no, There's some, like, her parents, same thing, like the nicest people in the whole wide world. And I'm still just, there's something different. And like, people talk all kinds of shit on New Jersey. New Jersey talks shit on New Jersey, but it is a blue collar state. It is rural. It is industrial. It is weird. It's full of immigrants. It's such a beautiful cultural moment in a way that, and it's so encapsulated because it's so small. Such a tiny little state in compared to California, but it's such an interesting place. And I joked with some friends from Detroit that people who come from cold weather are different. Like, you're built different to withstand cold winters. And like Riley Tiernan, same thing. Her sister was the same way, or is the same way. Her sister's coaching at Rutgers. Like, that's a Jersey family, head to toe, everywhere. That's just New Jersey. And it's so cool to see that come out this way of just, no, I'll put this game on my back. I don't care. I might be a rookie. Doesn't matter. I'm going to win this game. And we needed that so badly. And it's always a team effort, you know, and team sport is always a team effort, but you need those players, like we've talked ad nauseum about at this point. But I'm so happy it came out. I'm so happy it showed. Like, it was the textbook example of somebody doing that, of just being like, at the nth hour, just being like, absolutely not. We are not walking away with only 1 point. We're not dropping this game. So
yeah, no, there was I want to say that in the final minutes of this match, there was a very clear and organized final push.
Yes.
To not lose it, right? In the past two matches where we lost them, like in the 80th minute, basically, there was a final push, but it was a very chaotic final push. It wasn't organized. It was flailing limbs. It was very much throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. Yeah. And like just go. Just go. And then with everybody going at 100 miles an hour, but they're all running in different directions, that it didn't feel cohesive. This was a
very cohesive. Yeah, I was just going to say it's very cohesive. There was a plan. It was executed.
Exactly. So this one, although it was a scramble, especially in that stoppage time, it felt like we just kept driving and we kept driving towards that. Like, we were just producing and
we were definitely
making
in
chances.
Charge.
Yeah.
Of that. Of that stoppage time. But with that, this game against the Royals, we have to build on that. And not to say that, like, you just discount the Royals because they're not having a great season, because that's when you lose.
Yes.
This is one of those, okay, we build off this. We know what we did last game that worked really well. We know what we didn't do, or what we did that didn't work very well. Let's build on that. Let's chop it up. Let's dissect it. Let's put it back together and make it what we need it to be.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the past, our team has been known to play to the level of their opponent, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes when we're playing a better team, we get a better team.
We play up.
We play up. But then at times when we play down, we play down, and then that screws us because we let our guard down way too much. We need to do the U.S. What was it? The U.S. versus Thailand. No mercy.
Yeah.
You just got to keep going.
Exactly.
You can't let that guard down.
Exactly. And I'm very curious to see how this game goes, because Slay is out with a red card. He will not be managing the game. It'll be Ellery. I have said her name multiple times. Completely fine. Not tonight. Ellery. Oh my God. Earnshaw, who's one of our assistant coaches, most likely at the helm. So I'm curious how she's going to manage the game, manage the team, how our subs are going to go. That's what I'm mostly curious about, is like, how are we going to manage subs? Who's going to get more playing time? Like, I'm just sitting here like, I can't wait. So I'm very excited for Friday. I do expect us to win, and I'm very excited about that. So please don't let me be wrong. It's still kind of my birthday, so keep it going. But when it comes to players to watch, there's three that I want to talk about for the Royals. We have Mandy McGlynn, who was formerly known as Mandy Hot. There was a last name change, so that's it. But she's a national team in the keeper pool there. She's a fantastic keeper. I think I wrote keeper like 8 times in our notes. I just looked at it. It was like keeper, keeper, keeper. She's very good. Also, sorry if you can hear my
notes about her.
Yeah, keeper. Sorry if you can hear my dishwasher. Again, I forgot to wait until after we recorded. I just heard it like gurgling. But no, Mandy McGlynn is a fantastic keeper. So she's going to give us a hard time. Like, I don't expect every shot to go in, even if it's on target kind of thing. Like, she's going to stop some balls. She's intimidating. She knows how to show up to games like this. They don't intimidate her. So I'm curious how we match up to that, how we like take it apart and dissect it. That's the word. We're not recording on a Monday, but it feels like it because I've been up for so many hours. I woke up at 4:45 for no reason, and I'm upset about it.
Yeah,
but
I'd be upset. I'm upset for you to wake up at that time. That's just...
I know, it's so stupid. The next player is Paige Monahan, who's team captain. She's incredibly steady on the pitch. I really, really enjoy watching her. I have for the last few seasons. This is her 5th season in the league. She's got 11 goals over her career. She had been drafted by Sky Blue / Gotham. So she was in Louisville before this, and she is good. She is just solid. She will score. She will move the ball. She will pull the defense away from other people to get the ball to them. Like, she's just solid. And I think that's what people forget. Like, when you have players like Alyssa Thompson or people who are really flashy, who like Allie Sentner, who I'm going to talk about right now, you forget about the players who are just solidly so good because they just kind of fly under the radar. Same thing for defenders. Like, defenders. When a defender is very good at their job, they don't get the credit they deserve because it looks easy.
Yeah.
Same thing with a forward, same thing with a midfielder. If it feels like they're not doing anything, it's because let me rephrase that. If it feels like they're not doing anything and you're not pissed off, it's because they're really good at what they do.
Yeah. Take note, refs.
Again, if I'm a referee, I don't want people to know my name unless they know me personally. I do know one of the referees in the league. So I'm not telling you who, because nobody should come after this person because they're very wonderful and lovely and I've known them for a very long time. We went to college together. So that's that about Paige. She's great. Like, she's a threat regardless. Another one who a lot of people are going to recognize the name is Allie Sentner. She was the last first draft pick in 2024. So she came into the league good. From North Carolina. She came from college soccer royalty, essentially. Like, North Carolina, like Tar Heel soccer is a big deal. And it was really, like, not gonna lie, the draft, because Eva and I were able to go because it was in Anaheim. Like, it was so much fun. It was so cool. I've been to other professional women's leagues drafts, and it's like you're in a conference room and it's like the number 1 pick goes to, and you're like, woo, because it's like you just walk up on a rickety stage and it's like, okay. But I mean, there were fancy lights and everybody was dressed and it was like very high pressure. Like, it was very cool.
Was that the last one?
Yeah. Last draft. So she was a contender for Rookie of the Year, but nobody was going to outdo Croy even with her injury. So yeah, she's gotten the call up for the national team. She's played, she's multiple caps for the national team already. She's incredibly fun to watch, an incredibly good goal scorer. Like, she's very crafty with the ball, and she's very patient for someone so young. So, yeah. And like, most importantly, she's from Hanson, Mass. So she's got like Mewis connections, and that's a big deal. She's also a masshole. And that's a different kind of gritty. That like Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, that's different. That is so different. So those are, sorry, I'm like really fidgety right now. I can't get comfortable. And those are my 3 players from Utah. We have threats among us, as well as a really good keeper. So pay attention. Okay. They're good.
Okay, so I'm going to let you go on this, but like, instead of our traditional of, let's talk about 1 to 3 players. And usually for Angel City, we get to our list and we're getting to a point of the season 2 where we've talked about a lot of the players, especially a lot of the starting 11. which miraculously we've had a somewhat consistent 30 11. Shocking. So we get to a point also where we're like, okay, are we like just kind of rehashing a bunch of stuff? But I get to the notes here and it's freaking long, so I didn't even bother to read them yet. So go ahead.
So I was thinking about it and I was talking to Eve about it. I'm like, who do I talk about? She's like, you have to talk about Riley. I'm like, right, but I did last week, like in detail. You know, we talked about this recently. We talked about this. We talked about that. She's like, what if you do like a check-in? Just how's everybody doing? How are we feeling? How are we grooving? How are we vibing? And I'm like, yes. Let's just talk about vibes. So there's so much to talk about. I'm going to kind of, Mario, just so you know, I'm going to jump around in my notes because I just was like brain dumping.
You go for it. I'll try to pop in.
So first off, I'm so excited that June is in training. Like June's back with the team. She's taking contact. She's playing like on the ball. She's with the team.
Maddie just asked me yesterday, or not yesterday, on Friday when we were watching the game. She's is June, wait, Friday, whenever the game was.
Time.
Is June playing? And I'm like, oh no. She's like, is June on the field? I'm like, no, she's not. And I had to explain the whole injury thing too. But like, she's been waiting for June to come back.
Yeah,
so.
You got to show her the pictures on Instagram. She's getting close.
Yeah,
she's getting close. So that's like such a good morale booster too. When you know like another threat, like another goal scorer is coming back. Oh hell yeah. Sid is back with the team more. I don't know if she's fully into training yet, but I think the end is near of her leave, which is going to be very exciting based on the BFFR episodes. She's doing a lot better. She had a moment with friends and realized she had to kind of re-regulate, figure some shit out, and she has. And the thing about Sid LaRue, for those of you who are newer to the league, is that when Sid is out, and Sid, Mario raises his hand, like, that's me.
Yeah.
When Sid is out for any reason, injury, kids, having her kids, like anything, when Sid LaRue returns, get ready. Like in our intro, we have, I'm already getting teary-eyed. In our intro, you have her return to the game goal after almost not being able to play again because of her foot injury that nobody really knew how bad it was and everybody talks shit and whatever. But that's that. Cap is running without pain. And if you've never experienced that, it's wonderful and it's terrifying at the same time because you're like, I've existed with pain for so long. I don't know what I don't know what normal feels like. So that's amazing. Also, Allie Riley, thank you for blasting our freaking Thompson time sticker everywhere on the internet. You're an angel. I like legit tears are like streaming down my face because I'm trying to be cool. That's annoying. Whatever. I love this team. I just have a lot of respect for players who are coming back from any level of adversity because it's incredibly difficult. Yeah. So that's three players I'm incredibly excited about because they're getting 2 feet closer to the game again. And it's so important. So starting with our defense for real this time, Savvy and Sarah Gordon, like Savvy King and Sarah Gordon are gelling so much that people are getting them confused and it's great. They run similarly. Like it's very clear that they are multi-sport athletes for people with very athletic backgrounds like myself. Like Sarah Gordon runs the way a hurdler runs, which makes sense because she was a 400 hurdler. Like she runs the way track kids run. Savvy King runs the way a track kid runs. There's so much similarities between the two of them and I'm just excited, and like hairstyles are going to flip-flop all season. Everyone's going to be like, who is that? And it's just going to be great.
If that's the one way I can especially if I'm not wearing my glasses watching the game, like the hairstyle is like the main way I can tell them apart, right? With the camera being so far away and like you have little players on the screen and then if they're going to be switching stuff up, I'm like, you're just going to
stop. No, but that's super fun. I mean, Giselle, like we know, is super fun to watch. She's tearing it up frequently. That's not what I wanted to say, but it makes sense. So that's cool. It looks like Maria is starting to get her feet under her as well. There was a few rocky starts, or not starts, but subs and moments. And This last game, though, it actually felt like she felt a lot more comfortable in the game. So I think the NWSL adjustment is like that shift is starting to happen. So it's okay. Like I'm settling in. I understand the game a little bit better. So I think we will only see improvement from her from here on out. And since I started crying, now my nose is running.
I thought you said Maria for a second. And I was like, first I thought you named M.A., but then Maria is not her name. So I'm like, who? Oh, Mariah.
Mariah.
Yeah.
I need to look at our team media guide, pronunciation guide, because yes, Mariah. Let's go with that. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. And then M.A. is coming into form because, as somebody pointed out in the Discord, she has not played this much consistently in the last 3 years. She was hurt the first season. She got hurt at the end of last season. There's been disruptions in her playing time for a variety of reasons. So now it's, holy crap, I'm healthy. Holy crap, I can play this long.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And that's a different mental adjustment. But she's really getting into stride, and you're seeing her kind of shake off the rust in different places. And I think, too, there's a lot more... What's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot more freedom for our defenders, the way there hasn't been. Like, and
there's a lot more freedom. They're granted the space to move. They're granted the ability to move around and not be in such a static defender position.
Yeah, like straight line across the defense. Like, you're seeing M.A. and Giselle fly up the sides. You're seeing Savvy fly up. Like, if they get the ball and they can run, they run. If they need to move it forward, they move it forward.
I think they're finding really good ways. They're finding really good ways to, like, kind of do this rotate, this kind of rolling position and awareness of each other. And I think that's what's, you know, when you have a consistent lineup, that's what you get. You can get players to start having that freedom of mobility to say, hey, I see this play opening up. I'm moving up forward. Okay, I saw you moving up forward. I'm going to move back. You know,
there's a push-pull once you know somebody that well. And so the way like Savvy and Sarah have connected, Savvy and M.A. are doing the same. So it's really fun to see that connection as well. And then like Angelina, everybody knows I love Angelina. Like Big Ange to Big Ange. She deserves a clean sheet, and I really hope we get it.
Yes.
I really hope it's this week.
Maybe on Friday.
She deserves it. Yeah. But then, okay, so our midfield. I'm just going to come out and say it. Katie Zellum, guys, she should start. IDK if you know that she's really good, but she is. We've had 2 games with goals. It's almost like she knows what she's doing. That she's not new to the sport. But that's just me being a tad bit snarky. I have the feeling she'll start. I hope anyway. I only say this too because, like I've said, Macy Hodge is still doing the college to pro adjustment. And that's fine. I have nothing against her. I'm excited to see more of her as the season goes on. But while we're riding this high, I think we need to lean on our vets a little bit more to kind of like secure that stability and secure that flow.
Foundation.
Yeah. Build the foundation that we've begged for as a fan base and probably as a team the last few seasons. Like, this is what we need. Katie is fun to watch. She's energetic. She's exuberant, if we want to get really big words with it. Like, she just is a joy to watch play. Same thing with Alana Kennedy. She's just so steady in the midfield. Yes, she's a center back, but she's moved. She plays either center back or defensive midfielder for Australia and now for us as well. Her role has kind of changed to more of a defensive midfielder than the center back. And I think it's great because, one, her height lends a huge advantage to us in the midfield because we don't have height otherwise. Yeah. And that's really what we saw change when she got hurt a couple games ago and she had to come out because she got banged in the eye again.
When she came out, the game shifted a lot. There was the subs were not strategic enough, but she was a huge missing piece that didn't get filled. And so it very clearly showed how crucial she is to that midfield. And having the height, I mean, just overall in general, the height in the NWSL is kind of like, there's a kind of baseline average, and then you see the few like pop-ups and stuff, and she's one of those where it's just anytime we can get someone
5'9". But she's just fun to watch. Like, she's so, I keep saying it, but she's so steady, she's so calm without being like a drag. It's a steady calmness.
Zen. She's very zen.
Ooh, okay. Yes. Yeah.
It's a positive calmness.
Yes, exactly. It's not, she's just chilling. Like, she doesn't have the drive or the fire, the energy. It's there. It's just very well directed. It's not chaotic. But I really feel like our midfield is kind of coming into it. Kennedy Fuller showed up this season and she was different. Like, in the best, like, we already knew she was different last season.
Yeah.
Like, to be 17
she built upon
and just balling out when she got the opportunity to come in this season, start, play a whole bunch of minutes, and be authoritative. Yeah. But yeah, with Kennedy like maturing and really coming into her own this season, like even the post-game pressers and interviews that she's done, it's she has grown. She's wise beyond her years, and that's evident both on and off the pitch. And it's really cool. I'm excited to see more from Macy Hodge, from DeFore, and from Casey Fair, because I feel like those three are going to be game changers for us later in the season. As legs get tired, as, matchups change, and, the lineup you start with isn't always the lineup you finish with, because injuries or matchups, like other teams' matchups change, and you have to kind of play around with things there. But I'm genuinely excited to see our midfield stabilize. What?
I mean, it's essentially like a play. Like, you're going to have understudies, and the understudies are there to be like, look, I know this position. I'm going to pop in for you
and it's going to be
when
seamless.
Needed, and it's going to be seamless. And I know all the lines. I know all the moves. Let's go. I can be a part of this machine. And that's essentially what we need is when we start talking about like this building of the depth and things like that, is really that's what we want. Is we want to be able to have players swap in and out in the most seamless way possible. Unfortunately, at the moment, when changes have been made at really inopportune times, or when more moves than are necessary have been made, things start to fall apart. But I think having them build into their skill set and having them build into basically those understudies, it's for lack of an analogy, but of a better one, but having them build into that role and be able to say like, all right, let's swap you in and become these super subs when it comes to the forwards, or become other rocks in the defense, or in the defense and in the midfield and things like that can really hold it down. Yeah. I think we're just going to get that much better as we kind of go on.
I agree. And then you bring in Kristen Press, who, like, I don't feel like we even need to talk about, because it's Kristen freaking Press and you should know exactly who she is. But for those of you who don't, Kristen Press is terrifying when it comes to her zen nature, if you will, her presence on the pitch, her ability to score and to strike and shoot the ball in stride, so you don't see a lead up. Like, we talked about this a lot. I think it was last season after she came back, and everybody's, what are you talking about? We had to find videos and all kinds of stuff. But when she is running in stride with the ball, you do not know when she is like cocking her leg back to score, because she's doing it in stride. So at any point she could just kick the ball in, or kick the ball to the goal, or pass the ball. She's so fluid in the way she runs, in the way she plays. She's just Kristen Press. Like, that's it. She's great, and more people should see her play this season. And I hope we get to see a lot. I hope we get a lot of CP playing time on the pitch on Friday.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully.
There's a reason not to.
Yeah. No, there is no reason not to.
There's no reason not to. There's a lot going on. A lot of people are talking a lot of things right now, and I don't want to add to, I don't need to add fuel to the fire right now. Everybody wants Kristen on the pitch. I almost said Kristen on the press. Everybody wants to see her play. So yeah, the more she's in, the better chance we are to score, or we have to score. So let's do it. Why not?
Yeah.
And then you have the Thompsons. Like I said, Giselle's coming in her own. Alyssa is showing the maturity that she's gained over the last couple of years. They're just fun to watch. Plus, they have so much energy. I don't understand. Yeah. Riley Tiernan, insane. She's just fun to watch. She's so dynamic. There's a few things I want to like reel back in. Like maybe don't body check somebody for no reason, but like, girl, I get it. Sometimes you don't realize what your body's doing until it's done, and then you're like, shit. But I've been there.
There's a couple of those that were like, she realizes
there's a couple
what
of
she was
those.
Doing. Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, I think we're in a really good place to stay in playoff contention, to stay in the top half of the standings. If we keep building on the way we've been playing, there's no reason why we aren't making the playoffs in the top half of that.
Yeah.
Angel City or bust, guys. Let's go. But I'm curious if we're going to see Lily Nabet, more of Madison Hammond, Elizabeth Eddy. There's a few people on the bench I would like to know some things about.
Lily, Eddie, June, I think they all traveled because there was a picture of them in the stands. So at least they're like, usually when you're injured, you don't travel with the team because, again, I mean, you're injured. You don't need to be on planes.
You don't need to be traveling when you're injured. It hurts.
But they were there. So there was like a full team there beyond like Allie. Yeah, Allie was at home. But beyond that, the team was traveling. And so like that bodes well as to like where they're at. Hopefully we do get them in a bit, eventually in this season, and we get to see them sooner rather than later, so we can start gelling them and getting them into the fold. Yeah. And
honestly, we might end up seeing them Friday, depending on how the game goes, because if there is a time, and granted, the NWSL is different because it's just the most chaotic thing in the whole wide world. But if there's any
it's going to be an after dark game because
exactly. Yeah. After dark has been like after dark, like it's after hours, even more so this season. But I think if we play well and if we do what everybody is hoping we're going to do, there is a chance you're going to see some faces we haven't seen for a while, given that that's when you get people minutes and you get the rest off when you're up like 4-0. I'm just saying it's an option and we can do it, and I've seen it done before. So anything's a possibility, guys. But facing up against Utah, we have played them twice. We played them last season. I was like, what? I can't read. So yeah, we beat them once. We tied once. Let's beat them again.
Yeah. Let's keep that nice little 0 on the L. So I think we're good. So with all of that being said, I think we have a lot to look forward for, especially with this last game and carrying this momentum into the next game. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be watching from home on this one. You will be in stadium, right? So let's go.
Have stickers on me, and I should not be in a line for an hour and a half. So come say hi.
Yeah. So with that being said, just to recap, we have our match this Friday, May 9th against the Utah Royals at home at BMO Stadium. The match is going to be at 7:30 p.m. as a kickoff. It's going to be streaming on NWSL Plus and Paramount Plus, and it's also going to be on the radio for iHeartRadio with Isaac and Tracy, the homies. We love them. And KFWB 980 La Mera Mera in Spanish for the Spanish broadcast. And it is the Mother's Day Superheroes Night theme night, and there will be a giveaway. So it's a Friday. If you want that superhero cape for your kids or for yourself, it says adults and kids. First 10,000 fans, it's a gate giveaway, so it's probably one of the ones where as you walk in, you'll get it. So if you want that, make sure you get there early. With all of that, if you've been listening to us as and you're here now, then you like what you're hearing, and hit subscribe wherever you're listening. Check out casualfc.com for all the pod links. We're on YouTube on video and on Spotify when I remember to upload the video. They make it so freaking hard. Follow us on socials, Casual FC Pod on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, or casualfc.com on BLUESKY. Come join the Discord. Check out all the fun. We can do legs up for Zellum all day. It's going to be a riot. All the links are going to be in our social bios everywhere. And if you don't see it or you can't find it, just DM us on one of the platforms and we'll send it to you. So don't worry about that. Best ways to share the pod is share, comment on any of our social posts, or go to wherever you're listening to this and rate and review us. It's going to be great. It helps the algorithm engagement. We have fun merch, so go check out shop.casualfc.com for all our kind of merch things that we've worked on. We have our MA Vigola shirt.
The best part is that their last name is Vignola. Like, it's like a nya sound, but I just like that the G, you don't hear the G when you properly say the name, but not anymore. It's big goal. Like, the name makes no sense. Just go with it.
Just go with it. And if you ever see Rock and Rolla, like, you'll make the connection.
You'll put it together.
All right. And then if you feel so inclined and you want to help support the pod, buy us a coffee. Check out the link in our bio or go to buymeacoffee.com/casualfcpod. It's a quick, easy way for you to throw us a buck or two to help us keep doing what we're doing. I mean, we have fun doing this, and we'll do it for as long as we can, which hopefully is a really long time. But every time someone can pitch in, that's even better. And with everything, tell a friend about the pod. If you've been listening and you want to be like, hey, you're an Angel City fan too, listen to these two people talk and be dorks about everything, the dorkisode. It brings us good luck, and we package it all up and we send it to the team, or we ship it along with the team to whatever destination they're going to, and hopefully it brings them a bit of good luck and we share the wealth. So tell a friend about the pod. And with that, we'll see you at BMO.
See you on Friday.
Bye.